Welcome back to the channel. Last year I make a video about painting a brake system, and I use 4 methods and different products to see which one offers the best result after one complete year. And I also drive the car during 10,000 miles on the snow. So here's a little reminder of what I done the last year. I decided to use 4 techniques on every corner of the car to see which one gonna last the longer and to see if it worth the time and the money to do a good job. The cheapest one is gonna be some anti-rust paint. It's oil based, and I'm not gonna use primer. I'm just gonna put this product. The other set of product I'm gonna use are those cheap paint you can find anywhere. So I got the primer, the paint, and the clear. There's just a standard primer and clear. The most expensive way to do it is with high temperature paint. So I got the primer, the paint, and the clear. So it's gonna be the most expensive, the cheaper, and in the middle this combo. This is it for the expensive way to do it. I take my time to remove the rust. I hit the caliper with brake cleaner, and I clean it with isopropylic alcohol and a clean rag. And I put 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of paint, and 2 coats of clear. So we're gonna see if it's gonna last. And now we are at the front passenger wheel, like that. There's no rust at all on the brake caliper, but as you remember, there's no rust at all on this brake caliper. So I'm gonna give a 10 for this one because it's perfect. We are at the driver's side at the front, and for this side I'm gonna brush it, clean it with the brake cleaner and also with the isopropylic alcohol. And after that I'm gonna put some regular primer, some regular paint, and some regular clear coat. So we're gonna see the difference between each side of the car, if it worth the money to pay for high temperature. I presume yes, but we don't know. We're gonna see in 1 year. So this is it for the great prep and cheap paint. I can't wait to see the result compared to the high temperature side in 1 year. We're gonna see the result. Okay, so as you see, the paint holds up really well. There's a little bit of chip right there, but it's very minor, and I'm very happy with the result. For this wheel I'm gonna give a 8 just because there's a kind of chip right there that I'm not sure, but I'm very happy with the result. This method holds up really well, but we have to remember that there is no rust at all on this caliper. Now we are at the rear of my minivan at the driver's side, and I want to try something. I just want to clean it with brake cleaner, no alcohol, just brake cleaner, and I'm not gonna brush it to see how it gonna looks compared to the other side that I brush it and clean it. It is worth the time to do the perfect job for your daily driver that you're gonna drive in the winter. I don't know. So the idea of my video is really to put the spotlight on the best and the quickest and the cheapest way to do it. If, by example, the expensive way with the high temperature setup is way better and you're gonna make it once for 5 years, or I don't know how long it's gonna last, it definitely worth it. But if it starts to chips and rock after and rust after 1 year, and you have to do the job again, I don't know why I'm gonna spend the time to put primer, paint, and clear, brush it, clean it, and everything for the same result after 1 year. So this was the fastest way, not the cheapest, but the fastest way, because we don't clean anything. We just put brake cleaner on it and paint. So it's probably gonna be the worst result after 1 year, but we never know. Oh my god. Okay, so this one is definitely a fail. It's really crusty and I didn't like it. So for a galper, I cannot tell this is bad. That's all up really well. This part wasn't really rust. So for this one, I'm gonna give a 5 just because if you don't have rust, the result is not that worst. But if you have rust under it, it's not a good idea to not prep and use just regular paint. If you want to make some top shot, just by the eyes, I cut a shave like that and I just put my cardboard right there, and you're gonna be able to make some little top shot without taping anything. So you just have to roll the disc like that and your disc is not gonna have paint. So it's a very quick way to do it. For this wheel, I just want to keep it very simple. This is the cheapest way to do it. So I'm gonna clean it with my wire brush and clean it with some brake cleaner and spray the all-in-one paint with the primer in it. So I'm not gonna put any primer, I'm just gonna put paint, and I'm not gonna put any clear coat, just the paint. So this is it for the cheapest way to do it. I'm not gonna bet on this way, but we never know. We're gonna saw that in 1 year. Rear passenger wheel. So as you see, the result is not bad. We got some rust right there, but overall, it's not the worst. So there's a lot of dust brake and my car got an anti-rust recently, so I think this is some grease from it. But right there, as we see, it starts to peel off a little bit. You're gonna see there's some rust starting. So this is the all-in-one paint with good prep. It's not the best, as you see, because right there clearly we're gonna start to have some rust. But to be honest, I'm surprised how well it worked without primer or anything. And as you remember, I don't go too much crazy with the prep of it. I know that I left some rust, so I'm not surprised that it started to peel off. Considering that the galloper holds well, and if you don't have rust under it, it's gonna hold up very well. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5 because the galloper holds up very well. So the expensive paint is really good. I have nothing to say. Everything holds up really well. This wheel cost me 5 times more than the cheap one. But to me, if you want to know what I think about it, I think that all-in-one paint does a really great job on non-rust surface, and I really recommend you this method, but you have to do a great prep before. So this is it for this review. I hope that you enjoy my video. And I want to say thank you for the 2000 subscribers this year. I'm really happy where the channels go. And I got something else for you if you like this kind of video. I got another idea about spray paint. So for this year, I decided to restore the steel wheels on my Kia Sedona and see if rust converter do any difference if I apply that before paint. So I try my best to restore those crusty wheels and see if rust converter are gonna help us and use different technique like I do with the brake caliper. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna release the video of making of the restoration of the wheel, and in 1 year, like I do with the brake caliper, I'm gonna make a final review to see which technique is the best. So this is it for today. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.